between the Washington Commanders
and the Dallas Cowboys. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On play action, Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
First down, Prescott. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
All fans of the Washington Commanders have been holding their collective breath to see how Chase Young returns from last season's torn ACL. If we see the 2020 Rookie of the Year back on the field, everyone who likes the garnet and gold will be awfully happy.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Prescott from the gun. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Prescott now. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the... for a touchback. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at the 20. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Got his target, Samuel. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground now, Patterson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Third and 1. Howell's going to throw it. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. We're scoreless after 1. Second and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
1st and goal from just inside the 5. Gibson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And calling a loss of a yard there. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Powell, 3rd and goal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Now throwing on 1st down here. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Handoff running left, Patterson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. First down, Howell to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember, he's got a man, complete. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third.
From the gun on third down, Howell. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
This for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Howell looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd.
Open man, there is Patterson, complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. 1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
Faking the handoff, Howell.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, I'd say that it's fair to say nothing has gone right in this first half for them. Even here, you've got a chance to at least get on the board, but that goes by the wayside. And now, this coaching staff, they've got to figure out some way to wake this team up at halftime to get them going.
Final play of the half, Prescott.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. On first down, going back to Patterson.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. Down inside the 10.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin.
42 yards.
And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Marr on for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Third down, here's Patterson.
They find some open field here. Touchdown, Washington. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. And
that's caught inside the 35.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
We're going to 54 right here. We're going to 53.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Marr able to put this one through, and a lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now, he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Gonna run again here with Pollard. A nice little juke. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
This is Lamb on the end around.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Trying to run for it with Pollard.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll run forward with Pollard.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes it...
That's caught inside the 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards.
On 1st down, Howell.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So down a couple scores, only one timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, Elliott. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up. Got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the